Okay. Let's see if this works. I want to show you how to make, this is a swatch I made, trying to figure out how to put a special kind of shell stitch that I did in my shell stitch hat, which is on my Playing with Yarn Facebook page, and might be, I don't know if I probably didn't do a video on it. No, I wasn't doing videos then. So anyway, the pattern is written out. The shell itself is very simple. The shell is single crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochets. And after the first row, all of the shells are done in that chain 1 space from the shell from the previous round. And this is the way it has ended up. And I'm going to show you how I did it. Okay. For this, I'm going to use a nice deep color that'll show up, a little thicker yarn, and a 6mm hook. Okay. And in order to get these little dips down here that are going to match the sides and the top, you really won't need a border on this unless you want to go around it in single crochet for some reason. But in order to get this at the beginning, I started out like this. Okay. Whoops, I do not like that knot. Very bulky. There, much better. Okay. Two, three, and then I'm going to do 2 double crochets into the same stitch. See? Okay. Next you do 1, 2, 3, and 2 double crochets right into that first chain, or the one that was on the hook. Got 2 of them. You just keep doing this until you get the length you want. And we're going to do, whoops, we'll do 5. And I'll show you how we put the 2, 3. And there's 4. If you were making a whole blanket, you just figure out what length you want, and make it till it's that length. Now you have 5 here, but you're going to end up with 1 extra on each end for your... Okay, for the very first one, you're going to chain 1, and then go back in however you want, to go in there, and make your first single crochet for a shell. Chain 1, and do your 2 double crochets. Next one goes in between all of those and single crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochets for a shell. Okay. Go into the center between the two bottom little shell kind of things. Single crochet, chain 1, 2 doubles, and another shell made. I call this the base row, which would take the place of, making a chain. And then this that we're working on right now is row 1. And row 2 will be a repeat. So, chain, and 2 doubles. Okay, and there. Oop. There. Chain 1, 2 doubles. And you do your final chain here in the very first one. Chain 1, 2 doubles. Okay, now this is the repeat for all the following rows. Got some yarn out here. Whoops. Okay. You turn it, you don't chain or anything. You skip this stitch, slip stitch into the second one, and then go into the chain 1 space and make your first single crochet. Chain 1 and finish your shell. Okay, and then from here on across your row you're going to single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, all in that chain 1 space, or double crochet, 2 double crochets, not they're single. Okay, chain 1 space, do your single, a chain 1, and 2 doubles. Okay, oop, that's only 1 double. Oop. On one of the other videos, I was watching it too, and I heard this windy sound. It's winter here. That is the furnace. If you can hear that, that's the furnace going on. There. That one. Chain 1, 2 doubles. And you go and find your last chain 1, or yeah, last chain 1 in the row. And do your 2 doubles. Come around the beginning of the row, skip that one, slip stitch into the next one, go into the, and do the repeat all the way across your rows. And it's very easy to find the chain 1 space. I think if I was making a blanket with this yarn, I would probably go up to a 6.5 or even a 7mm. Although I don't think I have any 7mm. And the very last one. And as you continue, you go back and forth, and the points will alternate. You got a point here, this row, this row, this row. And it will go back and forth like that. You can see it on this one. Let's see, yeah, this is the top. So that is how you do, I don't even know, I just called it a shell stitch. I know it's a variation on a shell stitch, an asymmetric kind of shell stitch, but there are many of those. So anyway, I figured out how to make it into a blanket, or make it able to be used in a blanket. When I used it in a hat, I was going in rounds, and it worked really well for doing it in rounds, because you just basically did it in a spiral. And when you ended off, you just did a single crochet into the very first shell of that round, and ended off, and you couldn't tell. It looked even. So that is how to do it.